All right, good night. Happy Saturday. We are here once again for a NBA podcast. We have a full host tonight. We have Devin, we have VJ, we have Robbie Rich and Switch, but come back tonight for the draft, of course. We have Gary Dixon. He's trying to see if he can get some luck in the NBA. The NFL season didn't really go that well for him, so he's trying to come back around. And we'll be joined by Cream shortly. So as you guys know, we told you guys that we're going to do an NBA draft. But before that, I just want to talk about one thing before. Just one thing. And I'm BJ. Let me get in here. Let me give Cream a little bit of time to get his thing set up. Last night, Lakers versus Clippers, right? Lakers were down 1. And I think it was around 30 seconds on the clock. And Westbrook take a dumb shot as he always does. LeBron get the rebound. Welcome Cream. LeBron get the rebound, throw it back in, right? And then Covington hit it and they call it out on Covington. Normally in NFL, as a quarterback, when you have those 50-50 plays, the quarterback hurry up and snap the ball so they can't challenge it. No, the great coach of Frank Vogel, he decided that, hey, let me call a timeout and give the Clippers more time to review so that they can decide if they want to review or not. When you look at that, do you think that's what cost Lakers the game?
I mean, yes, you could say that because that time Clippers get back the ball. But the time it was called because if I remember correctly, it wasn't much time left on the clock, so he wanted to draw up a play.
No,
but
it was 9 seconds. It was 9 seconds on the shot
clock. So
clock.
he wanted to draw up a play, but he should have known the rule at that point where if he calls a timeout, then Ty Lue can do a challenge and challenge it because even during the actual game. When I saw that play, I didn't need any replay. I know it was out on LeBron. And yes. I was shouting like, say, yo, see that the refs are getting Lakers the game.
Exactly.
And fortunately, it didn't go that way. So I think the coach should have seen that too. Unless, he has a bad angle. I don't know how the angle set up where you were standing or whatever. But that was a contributing factor to why the Lakers lost the game in that last few seconds.
Like the whole world knew it was out on LeBron. Robbie Rich, let me get in really quickly. When you think about the game last night, are you now off the Lakers train totally?
Never off the train. And I grew up with Lakers as dominant. So why would I switch? It's a combination of a lot of things that caused the game last night. You could put the blame on the coach, but the game should have waited here where a coach decision actually decide the game. They should have won it. I think them 3 point in was poor. I think there was 1 from 12 when I was keeping check with the stats. Then do some defensive, but when certain change made, I think Clippers take advantage of some of it. And as they actually LeBron James not actually playing defense like we think he should, like he used to. Howard, he play a theme part for the first half or some until Clippers actually play towards the weakness and it will affect Lakers also.
Okay.
I have to say Austin Reeves actually played good. Yeah, to some level. Remember, he's still a rookie. It's his first season. Please do not expect him ceiling to be that high for his first season.
Okay.
So, and he have come up with clutch shots this season, and he actually good defensively.
Absolutely. All right, guys. So now, we're going to start the draft. Right, Cream? So I know you love KD. I know you're infatuated with KD, but guess what? You can't draft any injured players. No injured players.
Right? So
really?
So once them out, you can't draft them?
Once they're out.
Even if them come back in like a week or two.
Once they are out, we're drafting players who are currently playing. Right? So no KD, no Ben Simmons, none of those.
Well, Ben Simmons are injured. Ben Simmons is not playing.
Mentally injured.
No, hold on.
So this is going to be the order. So Robbie is drafting first. you will have 20 seconds. No, you have 30 seconds to draft, Robbie, because we don't draw and draw it out all night. So you have 30 seconds to draft, and then Gary will be second, VJ third, Devin fourth, Cream fifth, and myself last. Right? And then obviously, it's a snake draft, so you know how we do it. All right, so we're about to start. You can draft. So we're drafting point guard, shooting guard, small forward, power forward, center. However, you can draft them in whichever order you want to draft them. You don't have to go by point guard first or whatever first.
Okay.
Whoever you believe is the best player out there on the table, you go out there and you draft them.
And it's only available players now, correct?
Yep. So all who plan to draft KD, back up.
And Kim's also remind the guys that they cannot pick a player that someone has already picked. So ensure that you find that out as well.
Yep.
All right. So we are, without further ado, Robbie, you're on the clock, boss.
All right.
20
Greek freak.
20 seconds.
Who?
The Greek freak.
Giannis is off the board.
All right. So Robbie picked Giannis.
Brother, you're disgusting, someone. You're wicked.
All right. Jerry, go ahead.
Man, picked up my lineup already now. All right. Me not take the power forward. Me and some just hope him pick like LeBron as a Lakers man. Sure. I'm a favorite player that the man take away now. All right. All right. So me gonna work. See him go power forward. All right. Me gonna work it at I work it at center, and I'm gonna go for Nikola Jokic.
Yeah, I hope so the man not pick that.
All right, VJ.
No, I don't know who to pick.
20
On
seconds.
a backup plan.
20 seconds.
I guess me have to go with Embiid.
Joel Embiid is off the board. All right, Devin.
Bron.
Who?
LeBron.
Who?
Small forward.
Oh, LeBron. All right, Cream. You're on the clock.
Man, go with the chef.
Who that? Seth Curry?
I want them a style. Kems love them. They watch more they laugh.
The better Curry.
Hey,
Disrespect.
the better Curry right now.
The
No, you love. No,
fan
you have to say that in a Kems. You have to say that. You know what?
All right. My pick. Dang. I don't even know who to pick, honestly. Like, I'm gonna just draw blank. Dang. All right, hey, let me go with DeMar DeRozan.
Jesus Christ.
Serious? The man serious?
I'm going with him. He has been playing excellent.
Yo, me I tell you the man upon a tier. Man,
Yes, but still.
Man upon a unbelievable.
What do you mean? Nobody's. Yeah, I can't find 5 people right now playing basketball better than
that's
DeMar.
true.
No, I agree with you, Kems. I agree with you.
No, it's
the man
true.
will do one night.
All right.
So then in this my first pick in the second round,
Yep.
I am going to go with the magician, Luka Duncic.
So
why Kems get to pick the first and the second round?
Because I'm going last.
Because I
Oh. John, no, me not tell you.
Are me supposed to pick next then?
No, me.
No.
Shoot.
I'm gonna draw a blank, brother.
Okay, I'm gonna go with Book. Book.
Huh?
Book.
Devin Booker. All right, that side look good.
So, me now?
Devin.
My turn?
Yes, sir.
Oh, we have a river.
Yeah, I'm going to Ja.
Ja Morant.
Yes, yo.
Hold on. I don't miss me a third pick, you know.
No,
I'm
man.
pick fourth. So
No wonder all the pick thing
Yeah.
happened.
So it's Snake. So you know Snake draft.
Never mind. Just I realize I'm 6 away. I realize I'm 6 away.
All right. VJ, your turn.
All right, rough.
15 seconds.
I'm go
10
with
seconds. 5, 4.
Trae Young.
Trae Young. Gary.
All right, man, I'm going to take a whole lot of good player them. That's the disadvantage of the snake. All right, so we are working at point guard, and we're going with the point guard, CP3. Sorry, Kims.
Him injured. Boss.
CP3
injured. CP3 injured for 8 weeks, boss.
Oh, yeah, shoot the finger. Oh. I never remember, you know, but just eager for that. We don't want to get rid of that. Yeah.
Kim's moderating it, and it's because Gary never follow according to rules they set out at the beginning.
No. It's an accident. It's an honest mistake. I really didn't remember. I am so sorry, sir. Because I had another point.
All right, go on, everyone.
All right, may I pick a point guard that is playing. All right, and a man can't tell me say this a man. All right, but me no know. Can I pick? No, but he's out.
15 seconds.
He's in. All right. All right, Hero. No one be on the side. All right, James Harden at point guard.
All right, James Harden. All right, so you pick James Harden. Robbie.
All right. Let's see you.
My crap fingers will not pick that better. We'll just hope him
Murray.
under the radar. Who?
Murray.
DeJounte.
Oh, come think of Jamal Murray.
Murray from Spurs.
Really? I was praying to pick him still, now. I even lie to you.
Hey, persons in the comment section, persons who's watching, persons who will be watching. We are going based off current form right now. So don't only follow the big names, you know, the Steph Currys who is cold like ice. Haven't played a good basketball game in about 6 months or so.
Don't do that, man.
Robbie Rich, your time.
Center. All right. Shit. Mitchell Robinson.
Who?
Mitchell Robinson. No. Man said Mitchell Robinson. The man probably averaged 9 points.
Hey. I drink some water.
Mr. Osa, can jump in quickly?
Yeah.
Robbie, so you get the chance to pick a good player.
Don't call nobody name. Don't call nobody name, Levon.
No, Devin, I won't do that, man. But the man get a chance to pick a good player, and the man bush it.
Really? It's an astute pick. Great GM.
My next.
The man Mitchell Robinson. Hey, Gary, you.
Yeah. My time?
Yeah.
All right, so I work with the second best player on this team. Oh no, him out.
20 seconds.
When if him come? No, I think him out. No, I'm not take that chance. I don't think him come back here. All right, so I work with small forward, also the second best player on this team, Chris Middleton.
Middleton. That's a good pick.
Chris up and down Middleton.
Yeah.
Really matter. The man them just pick
BJ.
I'm surprised this person has not been picked.
Please don't pick him.
But
Yes.
I'll go ahead and take the pick. Jason Tatum.
Oh my goodness. That was my next pick.
I
was my next pick.
All right. Who's turn?
I'm next pick that too, you know.
Devin.
Yo.
My turn?
No, Devin.
Yo, I'm not sure if that guy are gone. All right. Cat?
He's still there.
Carl Anthony Towns.
Okay.
All right, so my team not win then, man.
That's a good.
We're on the wrong team. The man that played the other night. Bro.
Cream.
Oh, let me pick him now. Shit,
Yeah, my
I
turn. I am going to go with JB.
Who?
Jaylen Brown.
Yep.
Good pick that.
Yes, we're glad you're not.
Cheese and peas.
Yes. Right now, if you look at my team, Luka Duncic, those guys will give you buckets. Them are rows of mid-range assassin. I'm going with this tough guy, but this guy is tough on the defensive end. I'm going with the guy Jimmy Butler.
Damn, I want that's what I wanted.
Played some really good.
I
Played some
completely
really good
forgot about
basketball.
Jimmy.
But no, don't
Jimmy
forget about
Bucket.
him. This is my pick again. All right, who me have now? So me have Luka, me have Demar, me have Jimmy. All
Yo,
right,
time I go, man. But the late.
yeah, we can count the time. We need a power forward. Just tell me how much time we have left.
Yo, time I run out.
We need a center. Who is a center? All right, I'm going to go with for my power forward. I'm going to go with Sabonis, playing some really 20. I think he's averaging 25 and 10 right now. Playing some really good basketball for the Sacramento Kings. Cream.
Yes, well, my team is lacking in height and size. So, like KD, I'm gonna go with the defensive player of the year. Well, three-time defensive player of the year. Rudy Gobert. Rudy Gobert.
VJ like that guy for some reason. I think that guy is a bum. Well, VJ like him for some reason. All right. Devin.
Zach, is he injured? Lavine. I'm going with Zach.
He just came back actually.
Just came back. Guard, so no one need a shooting guard.
Yeah, Lavine. That's a good pick. That's a
good
pick. VJ.
Pressure.
Oh man, I'm dead.
We need a small forward.
Even more than
we can use alternate center.
We can't say Cree.
Center.
Can't say who?
Point.
Cree.
I think Cree on Cree. The draft on Cree. God.
Shooting guard center.
Boy, Jimmy Butler we really want, but
we need a big man up.
Dead in a show.
Let's go with Donovan Mitchell.
He's injured.
Yeah, Mitchell.
Is he?
Which Mitchell?
He play shooting guard and point guard.
Donovan not playing now.
No, you're saying, but Utah not play yet.
What are you talking?
Tonight?
Mitchell Wilson.
No, you were saying Donovan is injured. I know him never played in the All-Star game.
No, he's not injured.
Oh.
I don't think he got in.
He does a chest. Okay, all right. That's a good pick.
Yeah, Donovan. I didn't really think about Donovan Mitchell, honestly. Gary.
Yeah, my pick my player. To play the other night.
So Debo is saying Mitchell just play. Yeah.
Just play.
Okay, good.
I don't reach because Zach did injured and him play one night, but just never remember. All right, so I work as shooting guard.
So Middleton our boss.
I play my small forward, brother. The man they mess up my pick start. All right, I already have James around the point. It's a brother I can shoot. I just play him at shooting guard. CJ McCollum. Nobody else. Try just. Man, mess up.
Come on,
Clay Thompson.
Robert Rich, you have your last two picks now.
Clay Thompson.
That's not bad.
Right. No, that's a bad pick.
Not bad.
But who is left? Clay Thompson is a bad pick.
My turn?
No, Robbie Rich again. For your last pick, Robbie.
No, Jaja Noah.
Yo, there's a player that you guys have mentioned it. I make sure we can get him.
I'm picking him last. Come on, Robbie Rich. 15 seconds.
Oh, yeah, there's what?
Well, nobody pick Joker yet.
The first pick out the pick. I mean, the first pick after Robbie Rich pick Geek Freak. I mean, pick.
There is still a walking bucket out there, but because it now play the position when me need to fill 15 man roster.
10 seconds. 9.
How the hell the man did not pick him? Walking bucket 50, 40, 90 guy.
You need a shooting guard. 4.
Sure. I know who, but that man didn't reliable, you understand? It makes sense.
2. 1. Rich can't think of them.
But man, they are 50%, so it never make no sense.
All right, Robbie. Well, Robbie has decided to forfeit
Forfeit that.
his pick.
Call somebody, anybody. Just pick somebody, brother.
He couldn't come up with a name. He was stuck. So Robbie Rich will play with 4 players out there because Robbie Rich could figure out. I see Chris Lynch. Chris Lynch asking, can't believe no one picked Kyrie. Boss.
Come on, though, Mr. Os. That's kind of rough on Robbie, though, man. Since as it's reaching to the last round and
Man, I'm sure about Kyrie.
I beg for Robbie Rich get a pick.
All right,
Yeah,
go ahead.
Because
Go
with
ahead,
Mitchell,
Robbie Rich.
if him pick Mitchell Robinson, what team can do? So make him just pick.
Better yet, let's just give him Kyrie. Take Kyrie.
Robbie, just come up with a player.
Just play him in the
I
home
give him
game.
Kyrie.
Take Kyrie. Take Kyrie.
Remember, say away him can't play him. Can't play him.
Can't play home now, man.
Devin shouldn't call a name.
When
So
the man
I
did,
could probably help you out, Robbie, but Devin said I shouldn't call a name, so I'm not going to help you.
Yeah.
All right, my pick, my go at Cleveland.
My turn.
I got Cleveland.
Yeah.
My turn.
Him say go Cleveland and pick someone.
Airfare expensive, you know.
When you say him pick from Cleveland?
Levert.
Okay, Karras Levert. Okay.
Rasta money I pick so.
Rasta. Hey, Robbie Rich, in the meantime, I want you to think about your roster and you're going to explain to us why you choose these players and how these players fit. You know, because everybody going to do that, you know. All right? Okay, so, Gary, your final pick.
Final pick.
Wait,
All right.
wait.
Only position I have left is in our front court. Power forward.
And my pick. Feel like a skip there.
No, man, are you next week?
All
right. So, may I have 2. So, may I have 30 seconds?
Yeah.
We have 15 now.
Brother. You're counting bad. It's all right, man. All right. So, want some toughness, but want some scoring. 1 or 2. All right. Here we go on. All right. I'll work with Andrew Wiggins.
Andrew Wiggins. First time All-Star.
Me sign a special. On the
Wiggins is neither tough nor known as a scorer.
No, I'm saying I'm not going with toughness. I was going to pick this other player, but I choose scoring over this player. I'll tell you who after.
Well, I need a power forward, and I think my backcourt defense is kind of lacking with Trae Young and Mitchell.
Mm-hmm.
So let me go with a player that can defend all 5 positions.
Wow.
Bam.
DJ. That's a player me there pick. So Cream, remember when I talk about me there choose between.
About me there for my long time. That's why I couldn't
wait. Me there choose or something. But me just say, me just work with.
I wanted to couple him up with Jimmy Butler.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's a good stuff.
My turn. All right, so I have Brand, I have Ja, I have Lavi, I have point guard, shooting guard, center, forward. All right, you know, I go pick. I go with a youth. I come like him. Anthony Edwards. I go with Edwards as I use him.
Okay.
Yeah, I use him as a small forward and use Brand as a power forward.
You know, I understand with the Lakers man them can't pick no Lakers players. The Lakers are them team and them all over the place. Chicago players where them not really deep. Want to the Westbrook and them man there.
All right.
Want to Westbrook.
Go ahead.
All right, my final with my final pick, Team Cream select John Collins.
Oh.
John Collins from the Atlanta.
Yeah, man, Atlanta.
Not a bad pick. All right.
He's been out the past few games still, but I think he's coming back soon.
No, didn't he play?
I'm going to play right now so we can find out.
Yeah, man. The Hawks are at 7 o'clock, yeah. Then probably, I don't know. We'll check it from my play.
Him out with a foot injury.
He's out?
Oh, I'm out in this game?
He hasn't played since the 13th of February.
He's not playing right now.
All right, so
Cream, go again.
All right. So I will take Julius Randle.
All right.
Knickerbocker.
Julius. All right, so I'm going to go. I just need a center. You know, and I'm looking, and this guy has been an absolute beast.
Can't tell.
You know, has been an absolute beast, and I can go over Cleveland and say that guy because he was indeed an all-star, and I'm going to pick him. I'm going to go with Jarrett Allen.
A good pick.
Jarrett Allen. Oh.
Yeah.
Go with Jarrett Allen. First time all-star on the Cleveland Cavaliers, the anchor of that defense. All right, guys. So.
All right, so a couple names that you guys probably could have looked at that is jumpers.
Yep.
And Fernie Simmons was one of those guys that could have probably been looked at.
And they just come up in
but Kim said current. That's what the man said. The
he's
current.
Been balling this season. Yeah.
What's a guy named from Cleveland as well, man? Garden, I think his name is.
Yeah, Garden.
Yes,
and also
Garland injured, you know.
We're not drafting a bench.
No, he's injured for you. Garland is injured.
We're not drafting a bench.
He could be looked at as well.
No, man. I'm not drafting a bench, man. You see, Robbie could even find a shooting guard. I bet you want to get Robbie right now. All right. So, Robbie, and producer, I want you to put up the team. So, Robbie team is Giannis, DeJounte Murray. There you go. Mitchell Robinson, Klay Thompson, Caris LeVert. Robbie, I wanted to tell the persons in the comment section, the persons who are watching, explain your point guard, your shooting guard, your small forward, your power forward, and your center, and what is the strength of your team. Tell us the strength of your team and so.
All right, you were actually going. I think one of the reasons why I picked Mitchell Robinson, I run out of center. Like, I run out of center.
I feel like a brother.
I run out of center. Like, it quick. I mean, I get time to really think about it, but it do happen. So,
yeah, man, like Nurkic in the boat, you know. I'm viewed to
Nurkic, man.
Aiton.
Yeah, nobody not call DNJ.
You put a pick at the time.
Yeah, Jonas.
Robert Williams.
But
even the rookie from Cleveland, Mobley. All right, man, we got Rick Robbie going.
I pick Giannis to play power forward, but I believe he's the best player in the league right now.
Up.
All right.
So DeJounte is a point guard.
Yes.
Klay Thompson is a shooting guard. LeVert is a small forward. Giannis is a power forward. And Robinson is a center. Yeah, no. Giannis is a power forward. Robinson is a center. All right.
Yeah.
Anybody would like to take a critique at this team to see what they're lacking? Go ahead, VJ.
Well, LeVert can shoot threes well. Giannis can shoot threes well.
Yes,
Dante Murray can shoot threes well. Mitchell Robinson can shoot threes.
Hold on, Robbie. Make him critique and then respond.
So, you have 4 men that shooting under 35% from threes. Boy, it's a tall task on Klay Thompson. That's all I can say. And there isn't much. Well, there isn't that. Well, yeah, that's the main critique. The 3-point shooting.
Spacing gonna be an issue because of the lack of shooting.
Yeah, and then we have to look at as well, Robbie, for your team now. I think they'll just stay home on Klay Thompson. You know, obviously, I think Giannis is the only guy that would probably demand a double team. But I think they can leave Mitchell Robinson open. I think they'll be okay leaving Mitchell Robinson open anywhere he's at. Yeah, so I think for your team, you probably need a little bit more spacing, a little bit more 3-point shooting, but not a bad team. You know, in the grand scheme of things, Giannis obviously elevates the team. You know, a lot of persons say he's the best player right now.
Giannis is a good defensive anchor for his team as well. So
Murray is a walking triple-double, you know.
I don't know about walking triple-double, but he hasn't get
walking triple-double. That's like man stats. That's serious, man. They're walking triple-double.
He's a triple-double machine.
Walking triple-double. That's what I'm We know what I'm talking about. They're walking
triple-double.
It's very much underrated because he doesn't talk a lot in the media hype or whatever.
Because he's in San Antonio and they ain't winning.
Yeah, I understand. So,
not his spotlight.
I don't know why everybody look on Cleaver like he's not a good player.
He's
not a good player. That's why.
He's not a good player. What?
All right, Levert is not somebody that draft in your top
He's okay.
your 5 right
Yeah,
now.
I'm alright.
Where there's so many other persons in the league. Like you draft this guy before you draft before Levine and all them kind of people. Madness that. But we're going to move on to Gary's team. Gary's team. I want you to explain your team, and I want you to tell us your strengths of your team and see if we can break it down.
Okay. All right. So my team, as you all know, at center you have the current MVP, Nikola Jokic. You know, that's here's the strength in terms of facilitating the offense. He can pass, shoot, he does it all. James Harden, runs the point, dribble, but we can get some scoring there. CJ McCollum, shooting is there in the front court with Andrew Wiggins. My challenge is defense. Don't really have much defense on this team. Chris Middleton is not a bad defender, but shooting is there. James Harden, McCollum, Wiggins, and at center you have Jokic.
All right.
Big center.
All right, so this is not a bad team, Gary. I'll take a shot at it first. It's not a bad team, Gary. However, as you rightly said, you make sure you point it out before we did.
Definitely see it.
That defense will be struggling, right? Because Jokic can't stop the Embiids of the world. Here's somebody saying Gary's side lacks some defense. Maybe only Wiggins give you a bit. 6 out of 10. I need to know how much you give Robbie picks. I don't see anybody giving Robbie picks any grade.
I feel like that team. What I don't like the Jokic and Harden pairing.
Yeah.
Because Jokic, I consider to be at least top 3 in best pass in the league right now. And you pair him with Harden, which that is his main strength as well.
Yeah.
Like both of them going to be battling for the ball in a sense,
So
Harden.
the chemistry right there would be problems. Absolutely. I remember Jokic is not a good back to the basket player. You want to be out on the 3-point line. So who's going to be a center? Who's going to be inside with their back to the basket?
So what on there? Gary, who will play defense for your team?
He has no defense.
Don't really have no defense. Don't really have much defense. Andrew Wiggins and probably Chris will get a little bit.
He's thinking of outscoring teams 150 to 140.
Walk cheap,
but he would to outscore for his team to outscore other team. He's gonna need Harden to go off.
Yeah, man, we have James Harden, man. So
every game.
Houston James Harden will pick, It's not current James Harden. Houston James Harden.
All right, so let us move on to VJ. VJ, can you put up VJ picks, and VJ, can you explain the strength of the team and why you decided to go with this overall core?
Okay, well, I think I have a good balance about offense and defense. Trae Young and Mitchell on the backcourt, that's excellent shooting. You throw in Tatum as well, who is known as a top scorer in the league, and he's one of the best defensive small forward or forward in the league too as well. And then you're pairing with Joel Embiid, who looks unstoppable at most nights. There's not really a center really that can defend Embiid. And then Bam is just that defense to help Mitchell and Trae Young, since they are not the best defensive players around the backcourt.
Okay. All right. So VJ's side is solid, but this is the thing with VJ's side for me. He have 3 quote-unquote persons that need the ball to score. So Trae Young, Jason Tatum, Donovan Mitchell. And Donovan Mitchell have to take 25 shots to get him 20 points. Jason Tatum need to get him shots them for warm-up. Trae Young need to get him shots them for warm-up. Plus then you have to feed Joel Embiid in the post, and there's only one basketball, right? So I think you needed, and I know Trae Young is a good facilitator. So probably if you tell me, okay, Trae Young will take a back seat, in the scoring and just facilitate, and then you have your Joel Embiid and your Jason Tatum as your main scorers, and then Donovan Mitchell as a secondary scorer, and Bam provides some toughness then I can work with that. But I think for this team, it needed a little bit more balance. If you had, let me think for a point guard. If you could have get a point guard like probably a Mike Conley, I think Mike Conley would have been a good point guard for this
Yeah,
team.
but you can't put Mike Conley in the top 60 players. Remember, with draft, all of these are like stars you're drafting, so all of the 5 stars you're drafting going to really need the ball in their hands.
Yeah.
It's just a few that not going to need the ball in their hands.
That's true. All right. Anybody else have any other critique?
No, I'm actually like the defense.
No, the team is good. Yeah.
Yeah, the team's solid.
Bama and Embiid are gonna be defensive anchors.
Yeah.
That's
People
good.
are afraid to critique because they don't want their side to be critiqued. But hey,
What?
we are gonna face the rhythm. That's Devin don't open his mouth. I'll know.
I'll know. You want to try and analyze him strength and team.
No,
All
man.
right, so
I saw score me a check, man. Come buy some game. Yeah.
all right. And Michelle is saying she really likes VJ's side. Demo is saying Cream also balance. I'll give him 8. All right. Devin. So Devin's side.
My
He
side
has
don't win,
LeBron
man.
James. He has LeBron James.
They win.
Morant, Carl Anthony Towns, Zach LaVine, Anthony Edwards. This is a damn good side. I won't
All right.
lie.
So it's unlike all right. My team, buckets all around. I used to compare to I think I saw with Gary team and another somebody's team. You're saying with James Harden. The thing with my team now is like Jamoran, even though you have Giannis in there and that man is inside, Jamoran is basically right up there with Giannis in terms of points in the paint. So that leave everybody else open. And then more time you have to double team Ja because he's getting inside. He can kick out to Anthony Edwards, can kick out to LeBron, kick out to anybody and score. Zach LaVine with Zach LaVine and Jamorant in the back, those guys like you see where Zach drop back now and let DeRozan like have the ball more in Chicago, and that is working out. So Zach will drop back, and Jamorant more time he will have on the ball more time because Zach by position is a shooting guard, so Ja will have the ball the most. The issues where we're not gonna rip me apart is sometimes the defensive side, because Cat used to be the man inside with the rim protector, but all of a sudden now, sometimes he annoys me watching him. Him just want to be outside and shoot trees instead of
one want to be the best shooter ever.
He want to be the best big man shooter. Yeah,
best
but
big man shooter.
That's the only issue. But in terms of nobody can outscore my team. Buckets.
We're gonna send LeBron got a free throw line.
I'm already want to jump on that team, man.
Yeah.
We're gonna send LeBron got a free throw line. Anthony Edwards, Zach LaVine, and Jamorant. I don't know how them three really mesh.
Yeah, so Zach can fall back and jump up the ball. It's like when he fall back and wasn't because it was this team down there in Chicago and there was coming in fall back,
It's a nice team, not much defense though, but
there's no defense.
LeBron getting
It's going to be the issue.
There's no defense.
You might rely on Cat to be in defensive anchor.
That is a joke.
And that's not.
No, but Cat has a war run up and down on the perimeter.
No, that's why you have a man. Brand can talk to him and we inside, man.
Remember some
leader in the brother.
But
Robbie, Devin Booker, we can't lead nobody.
Robbie, why you saying the man team is a joke in terms of the defense?
Defense I was talking about.
Bro, you pick Mitchell Robinson. You're the biggest joke of the show.
Lord of man.
Hey, listen.
Freddie, you have no idea talk to me.
So we're going to move on to Cream's team.
Yeah, bring up a big side now, man. Bring up a big side.
Cream has Steph
Big
Curry,
side.
Devin Booker, Jalen Brown, Rudy Gobert, Julius Randle.
No.
What are the strengths of your team?
Steph Curry, number one. The gravity and spacing what this man are gonna attract. After a double team Steph, you can't play 1-on-1. Which you are gonna leave Booker and Jalen Brown open. Which may have man we can create them one shot. 1-on-1 coverage, them are killing our 1-on-1 coverage.
Okay.
And if you beat them on the perimeter, Rudy Gobert on there to clean up everything. I have Julius Randle. This is may I get last year Randle.
No, jump on that team right away.
Cream, let me help you. Last year, regular season Randle.
Randle, yes.
Yeah.
No,
Put in the regular.
no, he's
Last
been
year,
good.
regular season.
He's been good this
MIP, most
Yeah, with the
improved player.
Randle.
Most improved player. That me I get. So yeah,
Hey, that's
Which
hey,
one
that's
shall I
a
put
damn
on?
good team.
that's why
Hey,
my team just kill everybody.
Hey, that's
Yeah,
a
but
damn
that's
good
who's-
team, Cream. That's a damn
All right,
good team.
Cream.
Yeah.
Cream, like a team, but we're gonna need 3 basketball.
Why?
Steph Curry,
Why
Booker,
not?
and Jalen Brown. All right, I like the defense. I like the rim protection in Gobert. And I don't. Oh, you say I get last year Julius Randle. Yeah, the thing about
So we
but
might put Gobert then.
Where?
come again.
So where you put Randle?
Power forward.
Forward and Gobert at the center. But I don't know, whoever Steph Curry is gonna what? Take the back seat and facilitate the offense.
Yeah.
Oh.
He might go pull two somebody to him at all time.
Oh yeah.
You pick up Steph
Alright.
from halfline, you know. So that create a
But
whole
yeah.
heap of spacing for Booker and Jalen Brown
And Jalen.
by either
But-
wing. And one-on-one, them will kill you.
But Gary,
Alright.
you said something look about 3 basketball. But
I don't know.
Gary-
Steph will have the ball in hand all the time.
Steph also can play without the ball. Can you say Steph motion
what
is constantly running without the
What
ball.
I say about this side, Cream, what I say about this side is a really good side.
Yep.
But if the game is close, for example, against a Devin side, you can't make Steph take any shots because you know that man gonna be missing in clutch moments.
The problem
But
with
Gary.
this team, if it was the
Gary.
best 4-man, then this team would have been good because I think Julius Randle is a negative on this team.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm
not
looking
even a
at
positive, not even a neutral. The man is a negative. The man shooting 41% as a big man in the league. 41% from the field.
But don't you think playing with these players, you will see a better Julius Randle?
No,
Yeah,
I
but
think-
you could have picked
I
somebody
think
else better than Julius Randle.
No, honestly, I think Julius in this game, I think in this side, I think Julius would have shown a lot of attitude.
I
He
think
won't
so
be
too.
getting the ball a lot. No, not in a good way. I think he'll be upset not getting the ball a lot, not being fed.
Really?
Stephen Booker, Jalen Brown taking all the shots. It's not all about him. Remember with the mix, he wants it to be all about him. But this is a great team.
I think this team would be perfect with Siakam.
I was gonna go for him, I was gonna go for Siakam. I'm just say, I'm going to this.
Anybody, Mitchell Robinson, you could have picked over Randle right now.
No, they want to be a liability in certain type of games.
I can't see my side. No.
Gary.
Huh?
Where you act up where you want 3 basketball? Remember, I said Devin Booker played with Chris Paul, that after a band dominant person. So we are talking about him play with Curry, that be like the same thing.
The thing is, hey, first of all, let us not put CP3 and Steph Curry in the same sentence as they come on to.
All right. Next team. We can't deal it. We can't deal it.
Next to you.
So,
Oh,
hey, why the host have you? Hey, why you have you on my boss?
I tell her that no Steph Curry slander will take place around us. So the moment
Yeah,
start,
mommy.
the moment I get mute.
All right, put up the real team. All right. So now we have Luka Duncic running the point. Listen, this man is the number 6 scorer in the NBA, averaging around 27.6 points a game, a little 9 assists a game. Obviously, dominating point guard in the league. I would say right now, behind CP3, right now, I think he is the best point guard in the league. And then look, we have the man in the MVP conversation, DeMar DeRozan, the number 4 scorer in the league, averaging a little bit 28 points, 28.3 points, 28.4 points a game. Those two are my primary scorers. We all know in mid-range, there is nobody stopping DeMar DeRozan. Last 8 games, over 35 points, over 50% from the field, just an absolute stud. And then when you talk about who am I going to put on the best player, who am I going to put on a Steph Curry, who am I going to put on a LeBron, who am I going to put on a Jason Tatum? Obviously, it's going to be Jimmy Butler. He's going to be a wrecking ball on the defense. He's going to make LeBron uncomfortable. He's going to put Jalen Brown, Devin Booker, Steph Curry in some real problems. And obviously, we know he can score the basketball as well. And then we'll talk about my power forward, Sabonis. This guy's averaging I think he's 19 and 10 if I'm not mistaken. So he's going to give you the points. He's going to give you the points in the paint. He can shoot the 3 ball if needs be. But all I want him for is rebound and toughness. Get those rebounds. You know, you're going up against the Julius Randles of the world. I'm sure I like Sabonis over Julius Randle. I'll take him. And then for my center, oh, my bad. Center, the first time All-Star, Jared Allen, who is just playing out of his mind right now. Top 5 center in the NBA. And this is Kem's team. And I will surmise
defensively. Demo,
what do you mean? What do you mean?
Put up a team. Let me into your team right.
Hold on.
Go in our team there. Go in our team.
Why everybody want to criticize Mike?
Go in our team there, Chris.
First thing.
You want to start?
Looking at a team,
Yeah.
lacks 3-point shooting.
Thank you.
That's what we just did a point.
3-point shooting. And then all right, to get the maximum utilization from Sabonis and Jarrett Allen, you have to go inside. So what we can do now, we can stuck inside. I'm gonna worry about only one man can hurt me from the line consistently and a Luka. You know what I mean? But like
from the 3-point. No man, from which line? From the 3-point line or from the free throw line?
No, 3-point.
Luka's one of the free throw shooters. Just
go to show it. Just go to show it. Because Jimmy Butler isn't a good 3-point.
Hold on, gentlemen.
This team has beer holes.
Give me a second.
One's a pure holes, but we have some weak.
Put the inside. I easily neutralize it.
A zone, me a play and say, I can play a zone.
Plus the can zone, yeah.
Jared Allen doesn't have any post move. This man catch lobs and put backs. All right, he does.
Yeah, true.
Hold on. Come on, so strong for my team, brother.
Probably because you're the host.
And you criticize everybody team strong, so we have to come out strong, brother.
No, but it's obvious. That's me. That's it.
The persons will vote. The persons will vote, and obviously, we are going to give away definitely a prize, for who has the best team. The voting will announce the winner next week Saturday, so it's going to be week long until next week Saturday.
So Kems, how comes you dislike Frank Vogel yet select a Frank Vogel lineup?
This team.
Select a Frank Vogel lineup.
Yes, I did strong defensively, because Allen will protect the rim, right? And you have Sabonis inside and
Luka
also
is the
like
weakest
defender. But otherwise than that, bro,
defensively,
this kind of Frank Vogel lineup.
No, that is absolute. All right, let me teach you some basketball. Right now, Chicago Bulls is not a great 3-point shooting team. They are number 1 in the East. Let us move away from this.
Wait, what?
Yeah, man, they're still.
Nikola
Chicago Bulls record against
Zach Lavine can shoot 3.
Yeah, man, Zach can shoot
3. No. Hey, relax now. Zach Lavine has been out for as long as I can remember before him just come back the other day. Right? So he has been out. Lonzo Ball has been out. Caruso has been out. Don't tell me nothing about, if you're going to tell me about Vucevic, then you must can tell me about Sabonis. Because Sabonis is shooting that 3 ball better than Vucevic. So, make we have that conversation there if you're not going to come tell me about Vucevic. Don't tell me nothing. Listen, I am playing too. Listen, the Milwaukee Bucks just won a championship. Not shooting the 3 ball well.
Okay.
So when you not tell me about 3 ball is important and all that, I'm not playing that.
But that means they had good 3-point shooters too.
Their 3-point shooting percentage was horrible in the NBA Finals, boss.
Yeah, in the finals, fine. In the finals, but they were in the top tier last year.
So when do you win the championship, boss? In the first round? Now the finals, they win the championship, boss.
Tim.
So I'm saying, my team, Cream say he's going to play zone. The Clippers tried to play zone against Luka Duncic, and all they got was 40 and 12, 38 and 13. See, you can't play zone against this man. This man will mince up your zone. This man will absolutely mince up
No,
your zone.
This team kind of remember the old Memphis team.
Ken,
The old Memphis team with Zach Randolph and
Luka.
Butler and them.
This is a gritty team. I can
the
say, but
Memphis
in terms of
team.
shooting,
Defensively,
Good defensively.
When Luka kick out the ball, the man
Not
kicking out to Jimmy
no.
Butler who can shoot three.
Exactly.
Sabonis who can. None of the man them can shoot threes on your team.
The man them can't shoot shit.
There's no
Exactly.
kicking out. The only
mostly
thing
a mid-range and
you
mid-range
mentioned
and center dominant team.
yeah, you mentioned Milwaukee in the shooting scheme. Giannis got the rim every time. Giannis was killing 8 and 9 rim. He need that kick out much. He might get the rim every time. Barbecue chicken.
True.
You have to kick out one time and lock the key there on you. We want you kick out to drink both of them and them rest of man they shoot.
All right.
All right, so this is it for the draft. We are going to talk about two more topics. Two more topics before we conclude and call it a night.
Yep.
VJ, unfortunately, we can't talk about your Boston Celtics because we spoke about them last week. I'm sorry you weren't here. So now we're going to talk about the Phoenix Suns. Obviously, the second night of a back-to-back, they lost to the Pelicans. They're now, I think, 6 games ahead of Golden State. Chris Paul is out 6 to 8 weeks. Probably he'll just come back in the playoffs. Cream, let me start with you. Do you think that the Golden State Warriors will take over from the Phoenix Suns
And win
the West?
Finish first in the West?
Yes.
No, I think Suns probably hold on to it for the rest of the regular season because I don't think that's Golden State's priority in chasing them down to finish first. I think Golden State know that they're probably solid in second. I know that they can beat them.
But you think Golden State want to play Lakers in the first round? You think
Hell
Golden
yeah.
State want to go up against Lakers?
Hell yeah.
Man just want to put in. He doesn't want to call the Lakers name. Are you sure the Lakers are going to make the play? They're currently 9th. And they are losing games by dozens.
Hey boss, this is podcast, boss. Don't come up with any crazy topics. Don't ask me about the Lakers making the playoffs.
All right, Michelle. Let's watch. We'll watch.
Yeah.
All right.
So I think Golden State won't be like they will be resting players. We need to be taking their time with Draymond and Clay in and out of the lineup, till he get back fit, working back Wiseman into the lineup as well. So I don't think they will be making it a priority to finish first.
And I keep telling me about this blasted Wiseman. But VJ, you and I have had this, you and I in the group have had this conversation privately, where we talk about, where Phoenix record is, where Golden State record is. But Golden State have had some really glaring losses. 20-point blowout to Utah, followed that by a L to the Knicks, and then, going to a buzzer beater, kind of like with the Lakers. So you look at this Golden State team. Do you think that they are running out of steam, or do you think that it's just this time of the season where you have the ebbs and flow of the season? Really?
They're missing their arguably second best player on the team. Draymond has been out for weeks now, and he helps Curry a lot in the sense of setting him up for plays, screening, getting him open. And right now, Curry has to be doing playmaking and carrying the offense completely, both playmaking and scoring. If him lack in one area for the night, then the Warriors are going to struggle. So I don't think they're going to pass the Suns either because they have a harder schedule and they're still missing Draymond Green. And I feel like Suns' schedule is a lot easier, and I feel like Booker and Bridges and Ayton can hold it down.
Okay. All right. So, Devin, once I call on you, I have to talk about the Lakers, right? The Lakers are currently in 9th. They had the opportunity last night to come upon the Clippers I want to ask you a two-part question. Do you think the Lakers can get in the top 8? Because you know, when they get in the top 8, even if you're 7th and 8th in the play-in, it's double elimination. 9th and 10th, once you lose, you're gone. Right? So, one, do you think that the Lakers have a chance to make it in the top 8? If yes, how? And two, if within 15 games in the season, in the second part of the season, the Lakers still struggling, do you think that we should just shut down LeBron and just be like, hey, you know, just call it a loss?
You know, all right. First part is I don't think they're reaching that. They're going to be in the double elimination game. For
So you think they're going to be 7th or 8th?
Huh?
You think
No,
they're
they're
going to be
9.
7th or 8th?
They're going to be 9th or 10. They're not going to
9th
finish.
or 10th is single elimination. Once you lose, you're gone.
Oh, sorry, single. That my fault. Yeah, single elimination. Because Minnesota is playing relatively good, you know. And Clippers is there with, you know, a 500 record, and we like 5 games below 500, 27
and 32.
27 and 32.
4
So
games behind Clippers.
So we're just gonna play that game, and we're gonna be in that section. To answer the next question about shutting down LeBron, I think it's a good consideration, because trust me, the season is virtually done for them. You know, it's not like a Knicks situation where they shut down Kemba, because they know the season done, and Kemba along with it, they decide to shut down Kemba for the rest of the season. So within the next 10 to 15 games, if they realize that they look at the season and look at AD's condition, definitely, if I were in management, it's all right. When is he coming up? How good would he be? I'll just shut him down. Once I look at that, I'll just assess him based on the next 10 to 15 games and look at AD's condition. And I'll just, okay, we'll shut it down, Brand, and see what we can draft, what Brand can do as GM, because Brand is not just a player, as GM for next season. Like him start think about that. Who we going to ship out, who we going to get him.
Absolutely. Okay. All right. Wonderful. Gary, don't think I'm going to ask you any questions about the Lakers.
No, because tomorrow show that.
Oh, but be objective, boss.
No, sir. Robbie Rich, let me get you in here, because I know you are a die-hearted Lakers fan. So let me ask you, when you look at everything that has transpired over the All-Star break, you know, we heard a lot of stuff, and Rich Paul met with Jeannie Buss and said, hey, LeBron is fully invested in the Lakers. He is fully invested in turning the season around, and he wants to be a Laker for the foreseeable future. You know, he wants to, quote unquote, end his career a Laker. That's what was said. Do you as a GM, do you think that LeBron, 37, 19 season, going to his 20th season, do you think you just sit down with LeBron and say, hey, LeBron, we're going to trade you and AD because we're trying to get younger? Or do you think the Lakers still have a championship window, even with all these young teams? Phoenix, Memphis, and all these teams coming up.
Would have trade the two of them, though. Probably trade AD with them most. Isn't it? Trade him while I'm still value. Because one of the reasons that AD is becoming softer and his injury is really affecting the team. All right, so trade him, you can get some assets. Then you can get some persons to and still waive them and so forth. So that will free up some space and so forth. I'm going to trade Monk. That's one. Monk will leave. Reeves have a better season next season, and he's playing good as a rookie. It depends on the asset where them get and the value for AD and so on. Then I will say, yeah, they have a championship coming up. But they need to get rid of someone like Wayne Elliott and some of them, and then base more.
The man, they're golden age room. Hey, Gary. So
I want to know before that though. I'm actually disappointed in Carmelo though. Yeah, I think him shooting I get off. His main asset is shooting, and I don't see it really like me.
Why? You know, so Carmelo haven't played the last like 5-6 games.
No, right? I thought before me injured, brother. Like really, that we can't find him enough time to shoot. You look on some of my match when him shooting average, or you look on the only in good games then? Which one you look on?
I mean, I look at the totality. You know? I look at the totality, but I also understand the NBA that every night won't be a great night.
Yeah, but there's too much bad nights, bro. Him being for shooting, and the shooting is not on. No, he might below 40, brother. Let's look at it.
He shoots better.
Okay. Steph is below 42.
But you have to look on how much shots Steph actually pull off. How much shot Carmelo actually pull off.
Okay, no problem. All right,
Because
Gary.
Steph
let me
is a
get
ball
you-
dominant person.
Mm-hmm.
Carmelo is not.
Okay. All right, Gary, let me get you in because I want
Mm-hmm.
to talk about the Philadelphia game last night. I don't know if you
No, you know,
watched it.
no, I never see it.
Oh well, let me brief you on it because I think you were one of them who said Brooklyn won the trade. You, the guy to the left, that named Cream,
Short term,
the guy
short
up
term.
top, one named Devin. VJ,
Mm-hmm.
who you think won the trade? Who you think won the trade, VJ?
Nets and Philly.
You mute. Now you know. What is it?
Nets and Philly.
Yeah.
I don't think. I think both sides benefit. I don't think there's a winner. It depends on how you look at it because I think Philly gave out too much assets. 2 first-round pick, Seth Curry and Ben Simmons. But I think that Simmons will fit better on the Nets and provide that defense that they need. And I feel that any upgrade, any player that Philly got in return is an upgrade because Ben Simmons was doing 0. He wasn't playing. So they could have even get Mitchell Robinson. They would have been
Really?
better. You know what I mean?
Really?
So I think both sides get benefits, and I don't really say there's a side that I think Philly has improved, definitely, getting Harden, and I think that the fit with Ben Simmons and the Nets.
Teach him, VJ. Teach him.
I think.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
I think the better question. Hold on, Gary. I think the better question I want to ask you, because I know you're a Giannis fan. Do you think that Philadelphia is a threat to the Milwaukee Bucks?
Oh, before I answer that question there, quickly, Mo and the producer can help me recapping what you said about me saying that Nets. I remember clearly I was looking at the fit as a better fit for Brooklyn. Cream, I remember? I said both, it depends on how you looked at it, but I was liking the fit with Simmons and Seth Curry. Them a little bit better than the Nets. But the Nets were more like, to me, a win-now situation as opposed to, going forward, the Brooklyn Nets had a slight better advantage to me overall. So I kind of prefer the Brooklyn pick. Come again with the question, Kems. If I think
do you think that the Philadelphia 76ers are a threat to the Milwaukee Bucks?
In the East, I don't think so. And I'm gonna look at it from this perspective.
All right.
The Bucks are a seasoned team. They are champions. They have continuity. They have chemistry. I don't want people to take this thing, lightly in terms, chemistry. The Nets, they just acquired James Harden. The situation with Joel Embiid. He's a beast, unstoppable. But, is concerns regarding injuries. Yes, we can see that he has been consistently playing in the playoffs. But, when it comes to him, his durability, we're still not seeing. I still have questions in terms of the fit, and when you look at it in the playoffs, how will Harden fare? Because we know in the playoffs, Harden has been known to come up short. So I'm still looking at the fit and the chemistry going up against a seasoned team. A team that are shooting. They have just gotten better. They acquired the backer. There's defense. They have they have rim protection. They're long. They're tall. So I like the Milwaukee Bucks are the team to beat in the East because not only the chemistry and the continuity, they have they have defense. They have shooting. They have length. They all-round complete composite team as opposed to the Nets, which there are a lot of questions. They're trying to figure out what is happening with them. There's a lot of questions to be asked about the Nets team. So I like the Bucks for the number of factors laid out, and I still don't trust the Nets in terms of the chemistry and how this team will play.
I think Bucks will win.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to obviously go around. Any other basketball comment that you guys want to just go around and tell me in this minute. Hopefully it's not anything bramble, anything crazy. Nothing about the Lakers, of course, because Lakers not important right now. So I'll start with you, VJ. Just 1 minute. Talk about whatever sports thing you want to talk about.
All right. Regarding the East, I think the East is wide open. Yes, I would still put the Bucks as quote unquote favorite. As you know, you put your money on them to win the East, but I wouldn't put them as overwhelming favorite. I can say 4 teams that can upset the Bucks, and I wouldn't be shocked. And I remember the last time we did what was it? Who going to end the standings for at the end of the season? And when I selected the Wolves and the Raptors, everybody here laughed at me. Well, I still got to have the last laugh at the end of the season based on how things is looking right now.
Yep.
Okay. Fair enough. Devin, give me a minute, boss.
Sorry about it. So, I'm beating the same drum with the same sticks. All right, so Brooklyn Nets. You know what I mean? Because, like I said, the only reason you can jump on a team and jump from team to team without drawing up any transfer requests and official transfer document is, where you live. I'm a Lakers fan, but I live in New York, and I can be a Knicks fan and I can be a Nets fan anytime. So next week, we're eyeing KD to come back next week. And remember last week, even before, I said slowly but surely, pressure is building on them to remove the vaccine mandate so we can have Kyrie at home. So the mayor and the governor, they say, all right, students don't have to wear masks outside anymore. Within the next 2 weeks, my union is saying that masks for students will be lifted inside. The vaccine mandate to go into restaurants in New York, you don't need any vaccine again. So slowly but surely, things coming into play for Kyrie to be available for home. And it goes back to my point is, I have Kyrie Irving and I have KD fit and playing home and away. Them Giannis, them DeRozan, no other team beating the Brooklyn Nets. That's what I'm saying. I'm being consistent with that. Those are my two conditions.
Devin, before I go to Robbie Rich here,
yes.
Didn't you and I didn't we agree that we are going to make a bet that the Brooklyn will make the finals? Did we?
We never agree upon. You never enter. You say you got to talk.
The terms.
The terms are to be ironed out. I think. Yeah.
Okay.
Anybody else can go down. Seth Curry can go down injured. Anybody else can go down injured. But once KD and Kyrie playing home and away, I'll take any bet against Brooklyn, even to win the overall thing.
Wow.
Remember
right. Robbie Rich, go ahead, boss.
Hey, if his shoes is smaller last year, that was it.
I love talking about shoes. I'll be excusing them next man them come with shoes size.
All right.
Go ahead, Robbie.
I think you don't realize something that was obvious, but you didn't realize there are 3 Cavaliers players in our teams, and that is Levert, Garland, and Allen. I really think Cleveland is actually playing some good basketball. It is going unnoticed.
Right. I think they are third in the East now.
Yeah.
Overachieved, if you ask me.
No, that's it.
And
I 35 and 24.
And I still have Bucks to win. And I think Ibaka away more name. I think this type is Bucks type of player. Right. I understand. So them gain something, right? All of this thing of winning, of having next is winning, is either depend on if Ben Simmons actually fit in their system good. Because they can't trade him now. It's either depend on that. So you got to bench him and start Curry, brother.
I need him. So what do you say, Robbie?
Right now,
next winning is depending on Ben Simmons playing.
But if it fail, it's going to match up the whole team chemistry.
There's no fail once KD and Kyrie. Ben Simmons is not a big great.
One of the Kyrie Irving is a very hard player to play with the emotions, soft self, or seek attention all the time. Okay. But if you realize that,
So what? Yo, KD has developed into a great leader. KD has developed into a great leader.
I'm like what Gary
with KD.
No, definitely you're not getting with that. Great what?
Hey.
I would say Kevin right now about.
So may I say,
which KD we talking about?
Kyrie
That
win
more
championship
asking
with
for.
LeBron. Yeah.
The KD will just want to shoot basketball and not busy about nothing else.
All right.
You can't ask him no question.
That is a good leader, man.
Get
Man,
out the
gonna lead
bed,
from the
man.
front.
Hey, we're gonna pick it up. We're gonna pick it up next week. Gary, go ahead.
Yeah, man. All right. So, season coming down to a grind. We have about 20 games left on average. I'm listening to all the Brooklyn people. Last year we had the excuses. This year, wondering what excuses will there be. But all I know, the teams to watch in the East, the defending champions are there. I give the Miami Heat and the 76ers currently a better chance or shot out of these. I'm not so sold on the Brooklyn Nets right now. We're talking about vaccine mandate and all of that. Even when it's lifted, you realize, and people don't understand, Kyrie Irving, since he has left LeBron, when he plays, whoever he plays with on a consistent, protracted period of time, the team actually gets worse. And I don't know if people realize that. You don't feel to understand that. You remember the Boston situation? People acting like it is not just numbers, it's about chemistry. And I'm looking at this team.
Yes.
When you're not James Harden, so wherever James Harden.
No, but we're not going to James Harden. We are dealing with James Harden next time.
Okay.
But I'm not saying no James Harden is any better. But I'm saying that you need to understand the Brooklyn Nets.
When the Gary have a minute, the man talking minute, no boss.
Yeah, can I cut off a minute? Yeah. So I'm just saying, I'm looking at the chemistry and how this team will fit. I think it serves them better that Kyrie Irving, once Ben Simmons is there, I see a better fit with Ben Simmons and KD as opposed to Kyrie, Ben Simmons, and Durant. Right? We still need to see what is happening with. All right, my minute done. We gotta talk about
Well done, Gary. Well done, Gary.
No, my minute done. Well done. Hey.
Well done, Gary. Well done.
Hey, well, Cream look like him gone. All right, guys. Well, hey, Cream, go ahead. Give me a minute, quickly, boss.
Yeah, I was watching the Philly game last night, and it looked good, like I expected. Harden came out almost at a 30-point triple-double, so it's usual debut numbers. So it looked good. It looked good last night, but
sure.
I expect him to put up numbers regular season. We need to see him there translate to postseason, and then we know, because an Embiid is like I most him ever be open in my entire career, and I throw shots at Ben Simmons.
Absolutely.
All right,
Embiid feeling good.
He's gonna love it until Harden doesn't love it anymore. And that is coming.
Until he get vexed.
That is
stop
coming.
one play.
Hey,
I don't know if short-term
put up-
memory with Harden though, because 5 seconds. Short-term memory. I remember on this podcast, I'm not gonna call him. Some of y'all same people here saying, yes, Harden put it up number when he was in Brooklyn. It depends on where he goes. When he was in Brooklyn, yes, he just put up numbers against bad defensive team. Watch when he comes up against good defense. Yeah, and people go and quote those stats. Minnesota,
hey, David,
me, you, VJ, Cream,
Levon.
everybody can score against Minnesota. No defense.
Levon, put up Michelle comment. Devin, what I said?
Yeah, man.
James Harden doing. Here's
This is
Michelle
EP
saying,
referee.
my final minute. That was a penalty all day, any day. Michelle will talk about that on Monday. But hey, guys, definitely look out for next week Saturday for the draft winner. And we'll talk about the prize. Producer, big up yourself. Thank you guys for showing up. VJ, will you be available tomorrow 8 p.m.?
What are we talking about?
We'll talk about some real life thing. We have a male podcast. We'll talk about some real life things.
Serious? All right. Yeah. Well, I might be free because I have somewhere to go like at 9. So.
Yeah, you can come until 9, man.
Yeah. All right.
All right then. All right, gentlemen. So we'll talk definitely tomorrow. Tune into the Males podcast tomorrow, and next week Saturday for the winner of the NBA draft. You guys have